Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be making a tutorial on how to make the t-shirt transfers using the iron paper. Basically I'll be teaching you how to do that using Microsoft Word 2016 and Microsoft Excel 2016. Basically I decided to do the tutorial because yesterday I was online and I saw a lot of questions from other people and subscribers asking how they could make the t-shirt transfers using Microsoft Word 2016. So here's the thing. You can definitely use Microsoft Word 2016 to make the t-shirts. However, it's going to be very limited as to what you can do. If you're like me, I'm sure you're used to the older programs where you were able to have that full capability of changing the fills and the font and changing the texture of the font. On Microsoft Word 2016, you no longer have that ability. The only ability that you have is to change the color and to change the gradient of the color. Other than that, that's pretty basic as to what you can do. If you are interested in learning how to make the transfer for the t-shirt, definitely stay tuned and we'll get started now. So basically I'm going to go to Microsoft Word 2016. I'm going to let that pull up here. And I'm going to select the blank document. And the first thing I want to do while I'm here is I want to change the layout. I want to change this layout to an orientation of landscape. And I also want to change the margin so that it gives me more workspace. So I'm going to change the margin to narrow. Excuse me. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to just go ahead and start my design. I'm going to go to insert like you normally would. You'll go and select your word art. I'm going to select the number 30. My sister has a 30th birthday coming up. Can't believe my little sister's turning 30, but hey, time doesn't stop for us. So what I want to do is change the size of the 30 because of course you can't work with something that small. So the largest size you can select on this is 72. So I'm just going to put it in manually. I'm going to change this to 200. Okay, and now that's pretty good, the size I'll use. And so what I want to do now is I want to change the layout options of this because if I don't, I won't be able to move this 30 and I need to move it around. So I'm going to put it in the back for now. So I'm going to put it in the back for now by selecting the option to where it's behind the text. And I'll be able to change that later if I need to. So now that I've changed that, I can move this out of my way. So you basically just want to wait for those 4 arrows to pop up. And now you can move that. So I'm just going to move it there for now. And now I want to insert my clip art. So I'm going to select a clip art that I've actually saved here myself. So I'm going to go to picture here. Select picture. And then I'm just going to get my clip art. And my sister, she likes Marilyn Monroe, so I'm going to use a Marilyn Monroe clip art here. And I want to change the size of this slightly just to make it a little bit bigger. Now I'm going to change the layout of this. So now I'm going to bring this forward. So it's going to be in front of text. So that way Marilyn can go behind. So now I'm going to change her layout to go behind the text. So now I can move this. The reason why it stays in position when you first put it on there is because of this anchor. It like anchors it to that position. But changing how it lays, you can actually move it, although the anchor still remains. So let's move this over here. And I'm going to put that there because I want to put happy birthday on top. So let's move this a little bit here. Now I'm going to show you what I meant by how it's so limited. So now I want to change how this 30 looks because I don't want it to all be black. So I'm going to go up to the top where you see the drawing there and it says format. I'm going to select that and then it gives me the option to edit anything I need to. So I'm going to change the font to this red here. And then once you drop that down, normally when you drop that down, it'll say no fill, more fill colors, picture, and then add texture. The only thing you see here is basically what it allows you to do is change the color, and you can change the gradient of it. So I'm going to change the gradient because I like for mine to look a little darker in the corners there. And I like this one here. So I'm going to select that. And now I also want to change the border here. And I want to put a black border on it. And I want to change the weight of it so that it's at its thickest. So I'm going to put that to 30. And then now I just want to insert her name. So I'm going to go back to insert. And I'm going to go back to word art. And I'm going to just type her name in here quickly. So her name is Laquina. Sorry, I'm using one hand to type so that I don't get in front of the camera. Okay, so I'm going to change it to Laquina here. All right, and then I'm going to move this into the position that I want it so that I can change the size of the text. And I'll have it already in position. And I'm going to zoom out just a tad bit so that way we can see the bottom of the page. So that way I know where I have this positioned. So I'm going to change the size, and I want this to be 120. So, yep, that's fine with me. And I also want to change the font because I don't want this plain font. Oh. So I'm going to change it to this one here. I want to change the border color of this. So I want to make it match the font that I used up there for the 30. And now I'm just going to put this into position so that it's not like hanging off the side of the paper there. And I want this right there. And my sister, for some reason, thinks her pictures have to say happy birthday. So I'm just going to quickly add happy birthday. And we'll do that the same way. We'll follow the same process. I'm going to select the same one. And I'm just going to put happy birthday on here, if it'll put itself on my paper. Don't know why that did that, but hey, let's try that again. So I'll put this here. Oh, it did it twice. It did, huh? I knew that. It just moved it down here. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it always puts it in there twice. So let's move this up here because I want to put happy birthday, not her name again. So just quickly put happy birthday. Okay, happy birthday. I want to change this to 72. Just so it's bigger. And I want to follow the same thing I did here with the color. And now I'll just move this into position. Please excuse me, I'm getting over pneumonia, and so I keep having like to clear my throat. So I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller so that it's not like intersecting with that font. Okay, so this isn't perfect. This is basically just a tutorial to show you how to do it on Microsoft Word 2016. And then let's say your transfer paper requires that you flip the image before you print it. So basically how you would do that is you would go to File, then you would go to Print, and then where you see your printer there, you'll select Printer Properties. And then when you first get onto it, it'll show you this screen here. You want to go to up here at the top, right here, where it says More Options. You'll select More Options. And then if you go down here, let me zoom in a bit so you can see this. Just let that load in. Okay. Sorry, just waiting for the focus to adjust. Okay, so if you see there, it'll say mirror option right here. You'll select that, And then once you print it, the image will actually print backwards so that you can iron it onto your t-shirt. So again, you go, when you first see it, it'll be on the main screen here. So the main screen where you see all your good information, you want to go next to it to more options and go down to additional settings and select mirror image. And then once you do that, it'll print reverse. And then you can just iron it onto your t-shirt. So I hope this video helped as far as how to do it with Microsoft Word 2016. Now I'm going to show you how to do it using Excel 2016. So that way you're not limited to the features and you can, use the program the way you used to. So just give me a moment and I'll transition. Okay, so now that we've finished the tutorial on how to use Microsoft Word 2016, we're going to use Microsoft Excel 2016. So that way you have the full capability. You're not limited as to what you can do. You can change the feel of the font with a picture, a texture, however you'd like to do it. So basically we're going to start the same way. We're going to select our blank document. I'm also going to change the layout on this one here. So I'm going to start with that margin. I'm going to narrow that so I have a bigger workspace. And I'm also going to change the orientation again to landscape. When you do that, it puts some lines up here, some dashed lines letting you know where your margin is. So you can work up to that line. It will not cut your image off. You'll be able to print perfectly. It basically lets you know that that is your stopping point. So you can definitely work to that line. So basically, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off the same way. I'm going to insert my word art. Now, you notice that it looks a little different here. Word art is actually all the way over here on this little A. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to start with the exact same font I used the last time. This time I'm going to select the number 4. I have a niece that's turning 4 this year. So we'll pretend that I'm making her a transfer for her shirt. And I'm going to change this size to 300. So let's get that changed. And that's a pretty good size. Let's get it moved so that way we can see it. So I'm going to move this over here into position. And I want this, I'll put it right there. I'm going to zoom out of this a little bit so that way we can see the whole area. So now I can see my whole workspace here. So that way I know where my limit is. Now that I have the 4, I definitely want to change this black color. So I'm going to highlight it and I'm going to go to the format up here. And now I'm going to go back to text fill. And now when the drop down drops down, you'll see that you do have the option for more color, a picture, gradient, and you can also change the texture. So this time I want to insert a picture into my text so that way I can change that. So I'm going to select my clip art here and I'm going to select a zebra print that I've previously saved on the computer to use later. So give me a second. So I'm going to use this one here. And then you see it actually changes the feel of the font that I'm using here. Now I also want to put a border on the number. So I'm going to go to the text outline and I'm going to select the color black. No, I don't want black. I'm sorry. I want to select the color pink. So I'm going to have to get more options here and I'm just going to pick a pink that's right here on this so I don't have to do a custom color. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to do. I meant to go to the outline. I'm sorry about that. Text outline. So make sure you're under text outline when you do that. And since I've already selected that color, I can just go back to that color. And I want to make this weight of the border to a 6 so that I can see that. And then when I click off of that, you can see that it's changed the border there. So let's go ahead and let's keep going. So I'm going to insert the picture I want to use here to make the transfer. And I'm going to use this one right here. That's why I chose that zebra print, so that it was contrast to this here picture. So I'm going to get this moved into position here. I don't want this that big, so let's make that a little smaller here and get it a little closer to that 4. And now I'm also going to insert the name. So you'll see there's basically, this one goes a whole lot quicker because you're not limited as to what you can do. So my niece's name is Nayliani. So I'm just going to put that in here, and I'm only using one hand to type, so excuse me. So I want to change the font of Nayli's name. So let's get that. And I also want to change the size. I want to change the size to 120. Oh. No, I don't want to do that. So let me change this here. All right. And then for Nayli's name, I also would like to put a border around her name as well. So I'm going to go to that outline like that and change the border. And I hope this is already bold. Let's see if it is. Yep, it's already bold. So now I just need to get her name into position to where I want it. So I'm going to move it right underneath this picture here. So, and then my sister always likes her pictures to say happy birthday. So I'm going to insert happy birthday on here. The same way I just put her name. I'm going to select the same one here, and I'm just going to fill that in with happy birthday. All right. And I also want to change the size of this one as well. So let's get that changed. Oh, and this time you'll notice that you actually have a bigger selection of size. You can go all the way up to 96 without having to input it yourself. So I want to change it to 72 just to match the bottom. And then I also want to put the border. So just go back and select that border again. And then we can get this moved into position. Oh, come on, let's go. Wants to stay there. I guess it likes this spot. Oh, no, not the picture. If that happens, it doesn't matter. Anything can be changed. You're not messing up anything. Just put it back. And so let's get this into position. So hard working with just one hand. Okay, I actually want that bigger. How big did I make this one? 120. Okay, let's make this 120 as well. Or, yeah, let's make it 120. So 120. Oh, 120 is quite big. Let's do 100. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so doing 100 kind of like makes it off-centered, right? But like I said, nothing is permanent. You can move this. So let's just get this moved here. Let's get Nayli's name more centered with the happy birthday. So let's get that moved over here. And then by moving this, of course, we got to move everything else. But that's okay. It just takes a few seconds. So we're going to move that there. And get this 4 moved also. So that way, everything is better. So let's move happy birthday because it looks off-centered even though I'm looking to the left of it. Let's see. Okay. So this is not perfect. This is basically just to show you how to do it. You're able to change the feel of the font. You can change these as well if you wanted to. I just didn't, but you are able to make all kinds of changes. And then likewise, if you had to flip it, the same rules apply. Just give me a moment here and I'll show you how to do that. All right, sorry about that. I had to plug my camera in and it was getting ready to go dead. So if you were ready to print this, and you liked how everything was placed, you'd basically follow the same rules. You go back to File, you'll go to Print, and then again, you will go to Printer Properties, and then you'll go to More Options. That's right here, More Options in this area here, and then you'll go down here to Mirror Image. So, it was so fun making this video for you guys. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and always send me requests, because sometimes I don't know what videos to make. Let me know what you're interested in. I sew, I create birthday outfits, I do the custom shoes, I do the jewelry, garments, whatever, what have you. I do all of those things. I just don't make videos because I'm not sure if you would be interested in. But if you are, please let me know. Send me suggestions. I'll be happy to walk you through anything. There's not ever a dumb question. I will always do my best to answer any of them. And make sure you check the description box below. I'll have a lot of good links down there that you can follow for contests, giveaways, and things like that. So thank you so much for watching my video. God bless you, and I hope you have a great and amazing week. Thank you. Bye.